Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG. Fifi La Pew Pew as we call her, because she fires a lot of shells. And she's on the south spawn of Steps. And the name of the commander in the standard battle is JoMaMMa. So every time a vehicle is killed, it will say it was killed by JoMaMMa. Yeah, I think the joke will go down. Somebody will be groaning. Now you can see the Fifi is in the tricolour, the French national colours, the blue, white and red. And this is a skin that's freely available on the What Arty Noobs Facebook page and was designed by Rusty NZ in New Zealand. And so Rusty has designed quite a few skins which look really good, but if you want instructions on how to apply the skin, you can ask and it will be freely given to you. Okay, now finding a place up in the heights to fire from, and I think that's where JoMaMMa's going to fire. And now let's have a look. Yep, extended his aim and ready to go. Now he's looking along the east side of the battlefield. This is normally where the mediums will go. Heavies tend to go up the west, the mediums go up the east, and the fast tanks tend to go just about everywhere in the middle. And we've got a Panzer T25, that German variety of the Skoda tank, it's sitting by that centre rock. Now it's not very safe there, because you can fire through that gap. And it's an M7 coming up there as well. And he's just paid for that. 350 hit points, a direct hit, and he's dead. He's gone. He's back in the garage. Okay, M4 in that dip where the encounter cap is. And he's been tracked. And JoMaMMa fires at him. And it gets a direct hit. 164 hit points. Now, one of the great things about Fifi is her fire rate. She is a prodigious fighter. She pumps out the shells at a phenomenal rate. Faster than you can normally repair the tracks on any tank. Okay, he's got an M4 that's sitting stationary. I don't think that'll bother him, but that Churchill looks a much better target. Waiting for the aim to dial in. Almost got it lined up and rounds out. And that went into target. It hit the target. The Churchill became unsighted, but there was no explosion, so the shell definitely hit the target. When he fires around at that Stug, but he pulls away immediately now. I think I heard an explosion, so I don't think he hit the Stug. But there's a lot of tanks, enemy tanks on the other side there of those rocks. So he's going to help his team out by pumping in round after round after round. He gets a lovely hit there on the M4. 335 hit points. He's really badly damaged though, M4. He's going after the 3001 now, which is being a bit pushy. He fires around in between them. Unfortunately that missed. The 10.5cm gun on Fifi does require a direct hit to make a lot of hit points, but it can splash, but not by much. Okay, that Panzer III-4 has had a lot of problems now. He's got tanks in front and behind, and he's been taken out. But the 3001's been taken out, and so's the M4. Lovely hit by JoMaMMa there. 125 finishes that M4 off. Now there's the stick, the one he fired at earlier, and that shot overshot, fell behind him. Okay, but he's stationary, he's taking the time to fire. KV-1. That shell went to one side, didn't do any damage. Okay, it's lining up another shot, just a small amount of lead, should be enough. Direct hit, 57, and a critical hit. I think it's tracked him. It may have tracked him, but he's not going to fire. Well, he has. He estimated where he thought it might be, but the enemy is actually pushing on both sides. In fact, they're down by 2 tanks at the moment. JoMaMMa's got 2 kills so far at the moment. Okay, it's an AT2. Quite a difficult nut to crack, the AT2s. British tank destroyer. Fires in a round. And he gets a hit. A splash, actually. 101 hit points. 1 critical hit. Now, he may have tracked it. He's firing a round out, but he's not stopping to look because there's that Stug again. And he's moved up, but he's been taken out of the game. There's the KV-1 he fired at earlier. Only 70 hit points left. He can take it out with 1 shot. Line up the shot accurately. He's dialing in. Almost completed. Now he's ready. Rounds out. Direct hit. 23 hit points. That KV-1's still moving up. He's absorbed all these hits, but that time he couldn't absorb it, and it's gone. So that's his third kill. Okay, he's looking for another target. Now, an enemy Arty has been spotted in the back. A Fifi's been spotted by the Churchill 3, and he's stationary. And that round goes in, just misses the Fifi. Okay, he's trying to work out where the Fifi's going to be. Fires a round in, near the cockpit of the Fifi. He can take it out with one shot if he does. And he killed it! So he did get the shell into the cockpit of the Fifi, wiped out the crew. Now he has got another teammate who is also in a Fifi. And they're relocating. He's concerned because the only other teammate they've got is a Churchill at the moment. It's 3 against 4. And the enemy's got that AT2, the Panzer T25 that we saw in the centre rock, and a Stug 4, which hasn't been seen since he was up in grid square B9. Now, JoMaMMa is being joined by the other Fifi. They're both moving west. The 10.5cm gun is pretty darn accurate when fired in shotgun mode, and is almost as effective as the gun on the Stug or on any of the other tank destroyers with a 10.5cm gun. You have to remember as well, this Arty is built on a heavy tank. These were captured Char B1s, the French tank, the French heavy tank. 18 of them were taken by the Germans and converted by Rheinmetall, placing a 10.5cm gun that was from a First World War design and placed on top of the heavy tank. Okay, now Fifi has a view range of 390 meters. Now you knock that tree down, there is still an Arty on the enemy team, and that Arty is an M41. This is a tier 5 battle. Okay, he can't see, but he's asking for a spot. He's asking somebody to spot. Now, ideally, under these circumstances, the other Fifi would do the spotting, because the other Fifi has got a good enough view range, but the Churchill is right up the other end. Now, he can't spot for him. He's firing these rounds in at random. It's not a good idea to waste ammo like this. All he can cope is that the enemy decides to kill all, no cap. Unless that his own teammate in the Fifi moves within view range. It's 390 meters. He's almost there. There, he spotted the 82. The 82 may not have spotted him yet. If he stays where he is, he will have the 82 in sight. And the 82 is just sitting there. He's going to get a reset. In fact, the other Fifi managed to get the reset. So he's got a Defender medal now. And they both fired rounds in. They both hit the 82. Both shells disappeared without explosion. Now, the 82's moving now. He doesn't want to be destroyed in the cap. But that round hits the Fifi and bounces off. You heard the twang as it bounced off the armour. Okay, next round should do it. Rounds out. And it's a kill shot. That brings him up to 5 kills. He gets one more, he gets a Top Gun. He's got 8 rounds of standard ammo. And he's loaded 8 heats. Now, I can't remember if he did load heat for that last round. I think he may have. But he's got 4 rounds of armor piercing as well. Now, the armor piercing rounds are pretty effective, but most players who use the Fifi tend to fire standard HE with a couple of rounds of heat just in case they get into a difficult situation. Of course, for the heat round to work, it has to hit the target. And that's why it's ideal for close encounters where you get really close to the enemy. And I'm afraid his own people on his team think that they're going to lose. But he's saying, no, we're not going to lose. He's very confident. And I think he's right, because 2 Fifis together have got a pretty good fire rate. And I've seen 3 Fifis tear an enemy side apart, let alone tear apart 3 enemy tanks. They lost the Churchill up in the north. And as JoMaMMa is saying, the enemies don't have any armor, and he has AP loaded, so he will go straight through them if he hits them. The other Fifi says they have no eyes. Well, actually they do have eyes. They have 390 meters of view range. They are a heavy tank, and they have been spotted. The enemy knows where they are, so they're going to have to motor now. They can't sit around, because then the enemy will try and outflank them. They've lost sight of the Stug. Now, is he going to stand and let the other Fifi spot for him? I think so. I think the Stug would have spotted the other Fifi. The Stug certainly knows where he is, and I would think that the Panzer T25 is at this moment headed down. Yes, there he is. He is headed down, but can he get around into him? And he does. Oh, and it goes into the side. 140 hit points. That's a great shot. That Panzer T25 is tracked, and oh no, should have loaded HE. Well, he is on HE now. Okay, he's on HE now. Now both Fifis between them have got a fantastic fire rate. Much, much better than the other tanks. He's lining up a frontal shot. Easily be able to take him from there, round out. And he kills him. The other Fifi's gone down to the, I think to the, yes, to the Stug. But now JoMaMMa takes out the Panzer T25 with that shot. Now the Stug knows where JoMaMMa is, and there he is. He's trying to shoot him, and he's hit him. But JoMaMMa's lining up a shot, and he's only got 15 hit points, that Stug. He can take him out. He fires another round in, and that's a kill shot. There's only one enemy tank left, and that's the enemy Arty, the M41. And we still haven't seen him. Now that M41's got to be worried. Now JoMaMMa's has loaded AP again. He's relocating to avoid being counter-batteried. And you have to ask yourself, why didn't the M41 try to shoot JoMaMMa's when he was located the first time? Because he didn't really move from his position. And there's the answer. The M41 was in transit. He was moving at the time. And so it was difficult for him to stop and take an aim. He was probably coming down the east side of the map because he's actually turned up in the cap. But his view range is terrible compared to Fifi. Fifi will spot him from a long way away. 390 meters, there he is. And the M41, he doesn't know, unless he's got sixth sense, he won't know he's been seen. Lining up a perfect shot as he's coming towards you. That's it, rounds in, and he kills him. One shot straight into him. And that's the game. And that's also a Radley Walters. 8 kills. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. And it's an ace tanker, unsurprisingly, for JoMaMMa in the 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG. He also picked up a Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He got 13 critical hits in that battle. He picked up a Radley Walters Medal because he managed to get at least 8 kills, and that's exactly what he got. He picked up a Stark's Medal because he lost 2/3 of his hit points. He was hit at least 2 times by the enemy, and he managed to get at least 2 kills and survive the battle. So that's an amazing amazing feat as well. He picked up the counter battery because he took out both the enemy Fifi and he took out the M41 whilst it was capping. And he picked up the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, at least 20% of the enemy hit points. And lastly, he picked up a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills during the battle. Let's have a look at the team scores, and this will be interesting. And we can see he came highest on damage with 2010 hit points. He came top on kills with 8, and he came top on base XP of 1003 hit points. Now, yes, big BD Dog, the other Fifi who thought that he was going to lose the battle, he did pick up a Defender Medal when he reset the cap with the 82 in there. So well done and congratulations for him for going up and spotting that 82 and then taking a shot at it. You've picked up an Epic Medal as well, so that must have been very satisfying for you. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, JoMaMMa's fired 32 rounds, got 18 direct hits, 16 penetrations, 5 splash damage, did damage of 2,010 hit points, of which 1,800 broke more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, 2 penetrations. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, which was the M41, which was never seen by anybody else. He hit 10 of the enemy, killed 8 of them, and he stopped or managed to get 40 defense points of people to stop people from capping. He also received 46,034 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he took away 24,194 credits. He received 1,505 experience points, but it was times 2 for the first victory of the day, and because Fifi is a premium vehicle, he picked up an extra 602 experience points, so his grand total came to 3,612 in total. So that was a really good battle. Congratulations, JoMaMMa. I'm sure every time somebody sees that and finds out they were killed by JoMaMMa, they'll say, why? Why did you do that? Anyway, good battle. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in the next video.